something crosses the road. It's skeletal like, fleshy, and it stands up, and then it like kind of just almost like leaps.
They look back and they see one. Clear as day. It walked 5 feet away from my audio recorder. We just saw a Bigfoot. Holy crap.
I've been pinched, I've been tapped on the shoulder, I've had my name hollered, a hand came up underneath my left arm. I said, little son of a bitch tried to get me. That was the time that I decided you don't sleep inside that building.
Did you see that?
The cow cur, it's big, it's white, and it runs faster than any man could ever run. And it would lean out behind the tree. And that's why we never go out, because the booger will get you.
Here we are.
Ew.
We are live. What's going on, everybody?
What's up? I don't think we got anybody in it.
Probably not. We just hopped on, so it's
We
definitely
got one person, I know that.
Do we have one? We have 2 people actually.
One's
What's
me.
going on? Both of them? Both of them?
No, one of them's me.
Well, wonder who the other person is. The chat should be open. You know, if you guys want to chat it up, we'll be looking out for any comments and things like that. We're just kind of hanging out, and yeah, we want to talk about some cryptid and paranormal related things. I would like to kind of dive deeper into like local lore and legend.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We had some interesting things that we've uncovered just by searching like the Quaker graveyard.
Yeah.
I would like to know more about that supposed killing, you know, that murder, that woman.
Yeah.
Or even the that mob dude. The car lights.
Turning on and off.
That's weird because you remember I told you that I had problems with my vehicle up there one time.
Yeah.
That was a weird night because we heard a weird scream, and then we went to leave and my car wouldn't start. I've never had that issue with that vehicle before. And then eventually it started and we was able to leave. But, you know, upon doing some further, you know, research and investigating, found out that I'm not the only one that had that experience up there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. What kind of feelings do you get when we go there? Because I mean, you've gone up there a couple of times at this point.
Hold on, let me get my mic so I can hold my microphone while I'm being back in chat. It's a very weird place. I can say that. Very weird place. The vibes are weird up there.
The vibe is kind of weird up there.
So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just the location where it's at. I mean, yeah, it's on the game lands, but I don't know. It's a weird vibe.
Yeah. Wonder what other like weird places are out there, like locally, that we're not aware of. Like I didn't know that there was a mobster that was murdered and, you know, dumped out here in the woods and it was Southwest PA. That's not something that I would ever, you know, thought was a thing, but apparently it was.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Looks interesting.
There was supposedly what was the guy's name? I can't even think of the guy's name. But I would like to find the land, you know, like where was he at? But that wasn't documented and I can't find any kind of, you know, hold on. Sorry, I had my background thing because I was editing and exporting, and then all of a sudden it was like, I'm done. Let me play it for you in the background. So I had an intro playing in the background, but I would like to find where that happened, but it's not documented. Like it says the owner of the land at the time, but there's still no records, at least online. There's no records that show
where it's at.
or who owns the land now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Either.
I'm trying to get my background situated so I can have a little bit of a different background so it's not so bad.
Mine's supposed to be blurry, but it's only half blurry, so I don't know what's happening there.
It looks blurry on my end.
Does it?
Yeah, unlike mine.
Your end don't look blurry? Yeah, no, your end. Oh wait, no, it don't.
No.
Yeah, you're right. It don't.
They won't let me blur it for some reason, but it's okay. It's not the first time people haven't seen my bedroom. We record the podcast in here, so.
Right. We have one person, 2 people viewing. What's going on, guys? The chat is open, I do believe, if you want to hop in there and ask us some questions. We're just kind of hanging out. Just kind of hanging out today. Nothing crazy. Hi, Luke. What's going on, buddy?
It's okay. I wish I can see it.
Oh, you can't see it?
Yeah, I have to switch it to the comments and not the private chat.
Yeah. We're going to be dropping an episode today. A gentleman that we spoke with, his name was Steve. He was in the military at the time, and he had a pretty interesting encounter with Bigfoot. Kind of chaotic. Yeah. Because he was at his girlfriend's house. He was like he was a new girlfriend or something. So he was just kind of meeting the family for the first time, I think, or something along those lines.
Or something like that. But yeah, it was I forget where he said it was located.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Bigfoot's something else. What do you think Bigfoot really is?
What?
And if you're watching, you could drop this in the chat too.
You want to wash your hands?
Please.
Daddy, she wants to wash her hands.
Yeah. Wipe your hands.
That's too funny. That is too funny. Can I share? How can I share live? I want to share it somehow.
Oh, that could have been very bad.
What happened?
I almost spilled my bottle.
Well, that's not good. Don't do that.
I spit.
That's gross.
You want to be on the live too? Say hi. Yeah, I almost just tipped it and went down.
That'd have been terrible.
Say hi.
I'm sure what's happening here. It's something touching the microphone a lot, though.
Yeah, I picked up my microphone. So
well, no, you're good. You're good. Oh, man.
I see.
You see.
I see.
So what do you think? What do you think Bigfoot is? Hold on, I can't hear you. I hear her more than anything.
She wants to hold it. You can't hold it. I think Bigfoot is an interdimensional creature.
That's fair. I think a lot of people think that. I don't know exactly how I feel about it, to be honest with you. Whoa, hold on. What? Facebook was apparently trying to create an ad using the post that I just made, which I'm not okay with that because I don't have $100 to spend on it, which it's trying to do. So how do I fix that? I mean, unless somebody wants to, donate some money, then yeah, definitely we could run that, but not at the moment. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. How does our live look? I'm curious. Like, is it looking, like, is it laggy or is it looking pretty good?
It looks pretty good on my end.
That's good. That's good. That'd be cool if like we could like invite somebody from here, if somebody was interested in like watching or being in the chat and they wanted to come on and have a story. If you have a story and you're watching this, drop down in the chat and then I'll send you the link and then you can join us and we can talk about your experience because I'd love to hear about it if you have one. If you have a paranormal experience or even an experience with some cryptids or Bigfoot or something of the sort, drop it down in the chat and then I'll get you the link. That way you can join us. So you think Bigfoot is interdimensional?
Yeah, I think it's like a fashionable creature, but he's also interdimensional.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, I mean, there's people on both sides of it. I've heard people saying that they've seen Bigfoot vanish into thin air, right? Have you ever heard that? Do you think that it's vanishing in thin air, like interdimensionally, or do you think that it's just so elusive?
I think it's just so elusive that it looks like it disappears into thin air. Because we were talking with what's his name? What happened? We were talking with Charles. Was it Charles? No, the guy we just had on. Steve, and he said he believes that it's like so good at camouflaging itself it looks like it disappears.
Yeah. If Bigfoot is interdimensional, what do you think its purpose is? Like, do you think it's here to observe us, or do you think it's like a guardian of nature or something else?
Guardian of nature is probably the best thing I can come up with.
Is a guardian of nature. Yeah,
like,
I would have to.
What else would it be? To spy on us? I mean, why? If that's the case, why would it be out in the middle of the woods?
It's trying to hide from us. I don't know. I've heard many things. I've heard that Earth is a prison planet and Bigfoot is a nuisance animal from another planet or something. And they drop it off here, but it doesn't. I don't think it causes issues for us.
No.
I don't think I've ever heard of Bigfoot mutilating cows or anything like that.
No, I think it's just one of those things where like it's just here.
It's just here. It just exists.
Yeah, it just exists.
I see.
Speaking of exists, did you ever see that movie?
What? Oh, wait, the Bigfoot movie?
Uh-huh.
I did. I don't know how I feel about it though. Like it was kind of up in the air, In the beginning, it was all right, and then like they were out there in the woods at the cabin and whatnot, and I don't know. There towards the end, it started getting kind of cheesy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those movies that like are make like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited for this movie that me and this guy's writing at the moment.
Yeah, that should be a good one.
We need actors, so
I'm down. Let me know.
I'll
be the podcast host.
We were using local history. I don't know if I told you or not. We used local history to kind of
but I thought you wanted that to tell anybody. You wanted that to say to anybody.
I can't give specifics. I can.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that is giving too much away. Maybe I might as well shut up at this point. We're writing a movie, everybody, and that's as far as I can go. So what do you think about Bigfoot and like these sightings that people have had near like UFOs and stuff like that?
I think it might just be a coincidence.
It's one heck of a coincidence. I seen Bigfoot and a UFO at the same time. I don't think anybody's gonna believe you.
That's what I'm saying. If you see a Bigfoot and a UFO at the same time, like, you're getting lucky at that point.
Right. I mean, people think Bigfoot, could be a biological entity created by aliens for surveillance or maybe experimentation or something like that.
Yeah, but if that's the case, why would they drop him off in the middle of the woods? Where there's
I
nobody
mean,
around.
yeah, but also, I mean, isn't there like government files that's been declassified that suggest, interest in Bigfoot? Like, what's the purpose of that?
I don't know. The whole subject's just strange and unknown.
Well, that's what we're here to do, explore the unknown, right?
Yeah.
I think it might kind of go back to, I don't know. I like to try to think more, because I've not seen any aliens or anything like that. I've not witnessed a UFO. So like to say that Bigfoot is an alien or Bigfoot is part of UFOs or whatever the case may be is kind of hard for me to do, because I think, more from I don't want to say a logical perspective, but I kind of want to use that word and use, what I believe to be true already, or what is true already that I know, to form my own opinion on what Bigfoot could possibly be.
Yeah.
And as far I lean more towards spirituality and spirits and paranormal and things like that, more so than like aliens, because I don't know, that's readily available for me to go and investigate. I don't have a spaceship in my backyard that I can just fly to Mars and be like, hey, where you at?
Yeah, no, definitely. I would probably get more to the spiritual side and like the interdimensional side than anything.
Yeah, I mean, look at the indigenous tribes. I mean, they have stories and experiences with Bigfoot. I mean, what about that story that Bobo talked about on Bigfoot and Beyond with his indigenous friend? I can't remember his name, but he was like this like real spiritual person. Remember, they met him out in the woods and he hopped out the truck and was like, "Hey, brother Eagle, come down and say hi."
Yeah, and they had a weird encounter. Something like that. Yeah, I do remember that episode.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe, I know you said that you think Bigfoot's interdimensional, so would that suggest that you believe that it's some sort of being from another, well, obviously interdimensional would be that exactly a being from another dimension, but I mean, do you think that it's more like spiritual or physical?
I think mixture.
A mixture. Yeah. I don't know that there's anybody in the audience. If there is anybody in the audience, have you or someone you know ever had a Bigfoot encounter? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, it's a very different subject, and everyone believes in something different. You
Right.
might believe it's just like another Gigantopithecus or some kind of ape, where then there's people that think it's a spiritual thing. Then people, aliens, UFOs.
Right. I don't know what I want to believe. I know that I would like to see one. I'd like to get out there and do a little bit more exploration. Would you go remote camping in an area that is known for high amounts of Bigfoot encounters? You would?
I would. Yeah, that just gives you more of a chance to see one.
Yeah, it also gives you more of a chance of one to murder you, I guess. I don't know. I mean, people go missing out in the woods all the time. What's the what's the chance of it being Bigfoot out there just eating people? He's like, hey, You're out here 10 miles from civilization. Nobody knows you're out here. And if you went missing, people would just assume that it's mountain lion or something of those sorts. I'm not trying to give Bigfoot a bad name, but I mean, we definitely have to be cautious.
Definitely. I think it all depends on how you treat the animal too. If you're trying to like hurt it or you're trying to kill it, then I think it's gonna obviously be just like a human.
Right. Do you? Sorry, I got hyper focused on the sound there for a second. You were shifting your microphone, and it sounded like this.
I'm sorry.
Renee.
Second.
Okay. All right. I see there's 2 people in the chat. What's going on, guys? Have you guys ever had a Bigfoot encounter, or what do you think about Bigfoot? Put it down in the chat. Let me know.
I had to re-plug in the Roku because it wasn't connecting to the internet.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Renee and I was watching The Unexplained last night with William Shatner, and they were talking about time travel in the one episode, and they were talking about these time slips. So apparently in different locations of the world, there are areas that experience time slips. Liverpool was one. I think there was another one over in France or something like that. The one that I thought was the most interesting was this. I think it was a Navy battleship that it just disappeared in this green mist, and people witnessed it. And I guess it has been seen throughout different time periods. Like it disappeared in, I don't know, 1862 or whatever the case. I don't know years. But then there was another instance where in like 1875 they seen this ship appear in the middle of the ocean and then disappear in a green mist. And then it happened again 10 years later. And then they had found this ship, like because I guess they wasn't, I don't know, they wasn't reporting back or something. So they went and they found this ship, and they found that all the people, not all the people, but most of the people that was on the ship were either dead or fused to the ship.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Time slips is another weird subject. I listen to a lot of like that Marx's Among Us, and there's a lot of people that have like time slips and weird, strange things like that, and like they can't explain it.
Yeah. So okay, I'm pulling up the thing that happened here because I wanna get my my facts straight. So it was an experiment. The Navy's alleged time travel and teleportation experiment. So one of the most controversial military conspiracy theories. Supposedly, in October 1943, the U.S. Navy conducted an experiment on the USS Eldridge to make it invisible to enemy radar. But what allegedly happened was much more bizarre. Some claim the ship teleported, traveled through time, or even opened a rift in space-time. If there's anybody in the audience, do you believe that the government has experimented with time travel?
I do.
Do you? I believe it.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe it. So the claim is that this U.S. Navy ship, right? They used electromagnetic field technology to make it invisible. Some say that it just vanished from Philadelphia and then it reappeared in Norfolk, Virginia, over 200 miles away before returning.
That's insane.
That is insane.
Like, how did that happen?
I have no idea. I mean, I guess it's possible. Witnesses claim to see a greenish blue mist before the ship disappeared. if this actually happened, what do you think the Navy was like really trying to achieve? You know, stealth technology, time travel, or do you think they were trying to do something even more advanced?
Um, I think stealth. Could you imagine just being able to like appear in like enemy territory, then just like disappear?
That would
Could you
be
imagine that?
that would be insane. That would be insane. But I feel like the government does things and in secret. I mean, obviously because they don't want like enemies knowing and things like that. But I feel like they are dabbling with things that may be a little bit of the woo. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. There's another interesting thing with the time shift and time travel or some crazy thing like that. A couple years ago, there's that airplane that disappeared for like 20 years or something like that. Then all of a sudden, it like reappeared. It was like gone. Then it like
Yeah, I
reappeared.
remember that. I remember something like that. Um, hold on, I'm getting a message from somebody. So I don't know, man. There's been a lot of weird things that's happened throughout history, but I'm looking at the some of the side effects that the crew of that ship had encountered, and like I said, some sailors were fused into the ship's metal hull, screaming in pain. They were still alive. Others vanished entirely or went insane after the experiment. Some were said to phase in and out of reality, appearing in different locations randomly. So I I mean, if teleportation was possible, but carried out horrific consequences, do you think the government would still pursue it?
Yeah, I think they were.
Why? Well, do you think it's just because they don't care, or they're just that,
Yeah, they
interested
don't
in
care. I don't think they really care.
they don't care. They'll fuse us to anything. Send that ship to 1942 and bring it back here and let's see what happens.
People are replaceable.
Unfortunately.
If you put somebody here and something happens, then oh yeah, we'll just get someone else.
Yeah, I guess. It says some claim the USS Eldridge was sent forward in time, possibly to 1983. So there's a connection to the Montauk Project, and which was another alleged government experiment involving time manipulation. So some theories say the ship accidentally opened a wormhole or a rift in time. Do you think the government could have been experimenting with time travel as far back as like the 1940s?
I think it depends on what kind of technology we had back in the 1940s. I mean, clearly we can have crazy technology that we know of.
That we know of.
So, I mean, it's possible. I mean,
Well,
anything's
wasn't
possible with the government.
I mean, it kind of started with Tesla. Nikola Tesla was experimenting with time travel and teleportation, and I think even Hitler was involved in time travel or experimentation, wasn't he?
I believe so, yeah. So, I mean,
Mm,
it's very possible. I mean, if it's successful, who knows? But,
yeah,
I mean, you can try to create a time travel machine, but that doesn't mean it's going to be successful.
right. So I guess skeptics believe the story is a mix of exaggerated accounts and misinterpretations of real naval experiments, but also the Navy claims it never conducted such an experiment and that any tests were simply about radar invisibility, not teleportation. However, declassified documents reveal military interest in electromagnetic field manipulation and invisibility technology. If this was real, do you think the U.S. government successfully continued this research in secret?
I'm sure they had there, yeah. Why wouldn't you? If you can be that
No.
successful at something that crazy, why wouldn't you keep continuing on and trying to do something else?
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess my thought is if it's hurting people, then I wouldn't be putting people at risk.
Like I said, people are replaceable.
Right. Well, there was a dude on the on that show last night that said that he was a part of an experiment that was, well, I guess it was designed by Nikola Tesla, and it was to prove time travel. And there was a picture of him that had come up in, I guess it was like the 19 something or other. Like it was really old, or really like further, like I guess at this point he wasn't even born yet when this picture was taken, but he was in the picture.
That's insane. That'd be creepy. Could you imagine finding a picture of yourself and a picture where like you weren't even born yet?
Right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of pictures out there that kind of have some. I mean, I know that we nowadays we can manipulate things, extremely to the point where it's like, is it real or not? But I, even before we got to the point of AI, I remember seeing pictures in the past, of people that were in, pictures that that shouldn't be there. People holding like the Mike Tyson fight. That picture of the Mike Tyson fight, and there's that dude in the crowd holding an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's the thing. Like pictures can be manipulative depending on what kind of picture you have. Now,
Yeah.
what if he's just holding something that looks like an iPhone? It may look like an iPhone.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe what if it's like, it might be off the wall, but like, what if it's just like a candy bar? Like he's holding up a candy bar.
Hold on, I gotta find it now. I'm gonna share it. As soon as I find it.
But that's the thing. They could just make it look like an iPhone. Or it could just be something that looks like an iPhone. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right, but I want to put it up on the screen for anybody that's watching so that we can pick. Nah, there's no way that's a candy. That's not a candy bar. That is an iPhone. That is 100% an iPhone. I can't imagine that being anything else. That's crazy. How do I share stuff here? Hold on. Let me figure this out. I've not done this yet before. How do I do this?
Got 3 people in the chat.
What's going on, everybody? We are talking about time travel, and now I'm about to share this Mike Tyson picture from a long time ago, where supposedly there was a gentleman in the crowd with an iPhone. So we're gonna pick this apart. That's not it. What? My bad. I thought that was it. That was not it, obviously. What the heck? There, right there. That's an iPhone.
Yeah, but where the hell? There wasn't iPhones back in whenever this fight happened.
No, I know, but that's what makes it so strange, is that there wasn't any of this kind of technology. What would that person be holding up? Hold on, where's my iPhone? I mean, I know it's a new iPhone, but like, I don't remember what iPhone would that even be? I mean, even if it's not an iPhone, it's definitely some sort of, it's something that
it looks like it has a flash.
It does look like it has a flash. I don't know. Y'all drop in the comments. What do you think's happening in this picture?
I mean, it's very possible it could be time travel.
I don't know. There's I'm looking at some of the other pictures in this, on this page. People are suggesting it's this specific type of camera, which I guess maybe it kind of looks like it, but it doesn't at the same time.
What kind of camera is it?
It's here, let me find it.
I mean, it could just be a normal camera, and they're just holding it.
Holding it weird.
I mean, we had cameras back in the day.
I mean, yeah, we did. How did I just do that? Goodness. I'm new to StreamYard, so apparently I don't know how to. This is what they're suggesting that it is.
The first one more looks like it.
It does. Can I put them both up there? No, I can't. But yeah, I can definitely see, but it doesn't have a flash.
The
There's
middle
nothing,
one does, but it doesn't.
but it
look
also
like
got this. It doesn't look like it. I don't know. It is so hard to say.
Maybe if you get back to the thing, the picture. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Now look at the little white or green thing right here in the middle of the
This
picture.
thing right. Okay.
Maybe that is the flash that's reflecting it off of. Or maybe it's just a reflection of like someone else taking a picture. That makes it look like a flash.
Maybe. So you're suggesting that this is a reflection of somebody taking a picture from our perspective?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but like this isn't even in the same spot as where that is, though.
I mean, it could still be a reflection.
Maybe. I mean, it's definitely it's
or
the
like
right
a
shape.
lens flare or something like that.
Yeah. Well, here, let me find some.
No,
other
okay,
pictures.
no, wait, go back.
Okay.
Look on the look at the bottom of the circle.
Uh-huh.
You see the black line.
Yeah.
Now go back to that other picture. This one has
one
a
here.
black line. Go
The
to
first
the bottom.
one. Yeah. But it doesn't go all the way across.
Yeah,
You can see their fit. Not on here. You can see their finger, and you would see it would be all black right there.
No, because the bottom's white.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's find some other pictures because there's other. This one right here. This is the one that was on the show that I was watching, the Unexplained. This one's interesting. This dude in this picture looks like he doesn't belong there at all.
No, he don't.
he's got these time traveler looking sunglasses on. I can't tell, but it looks like he's got some sort of graphic tee on. Looks like he's got like a shirt that's either Batman or Wonder Woman.
See, my mind went to AC/DC.
Maybe. Did they even have those kinds of sunglasses? Did they have sunglasses back then? Was that a thing?
Probably not like that style.
Maybe not. I don't know. Those are interesting, but I don't know, man. Time travel is something. I'm looking here to see if there's any other. What? No, that's got to be fake. That's the thing nowadays. You can't tell. You can't tell what's fake and what's not because we have the technology that we do.
Yeah, technology is nice, but then at the same time, it's like it sucks because like you can fake things easier.
Right. How would you prove, like, if you were a time traveler, if you had the ability, how would you prove it?
How would I prove I'm a time traveler?
Yeah.
I don't know, because like if no matter what you do, no one's gonna believe you. Maybe a handful of people might, but like I see this guy on TikTok. He says he's a time traveler. And, he said he went back to like the blockbusters and like the like 90s and some shit like that, and he was walking through this blockbuster. And I was like, how, like, there's no blockbusters around that I know of. But how do you do that? Unless you're very good at editing videos. where you can edit a video that looks like you're walking through a place.
Right. This is interesting. So over in Spain, there's a cathedral with multiple sculptures carved into its sides. One such sculpture appears to show the likeness of a modern day astronaut. Considering the cathedral's construction dates back to 1513, people have taken this as proof that time travelers made their way back to that time. Let me share this with you. This is interesting. If it's being, I mean, we know that we drew pictures of what we saw, right, back in the day. So if that's the case, like this looks like an astronaut. That's an astronaut.
That's an astronaut.
If that's carved into a cathedral that was built in 1513. Oh, never mind. That's not fair, because now I'm seeing here that the truth is the astronaut is merely a modern addition to the artwork carried out by this person's name that I cannot pronounce in 1992. Don't mess with history, people. Let's not do that, because now you got two people sitting here going, there's time travelers in Spain.
The frogs.
Then you make me look like an idiot. Thanks, Spain. Thanks, Spain. Well, what was Hitler doing? What was he doing that made people like think that he was messing with time travel?
Hold on 1 minute.
All right. The Nazi occult connection. The Thule, I don't know how to pronounce that society. It's a secret German occult group heavily influenced Nazi ideology. They believed in lost civilizations like Atlantis, ancient super races, and hidden knowledge. I think Atlantis was real. I think it was a place. I was just that show I was watching last night with Renee was talking about Atlantis, and they were showing the Eye of the Sahara. And do you know what the Eye of the Sahara is?
I do not.
So the Eye of the Sahara, here, I'll show you a picture. So this suggests, well, we already know that there was vast, waters in the Sahara Desert at one point in time. So, I mean, hold on, I can't think and type at the same time. This is interesting. And if I had to bet money on, the Atlantis being anywhere, it would be here.
The Sahara Desert?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things that kind of that line up. So I think it was Plato that was talking about Atlantis, and he had said I think it was like to the south of Atlantis was a canal that led to the Atlantic, which there is signs in the earth on this this thing, or this geographical picture, that suggests that there was a canal there at one point south of the Eye of the Sahara. And it also said that to the north were a range of mountains, which to the north of the Eye of the Sahara is a range of mountains, Mount Atlas, I think it is. And which is interesting because I think the claim is that the king of Atlantis was named Atlas.
I think he was.
Look, this is the Eye of the Sahara. Oh, you disappeared. What do you guys think? Who's in the chat? What do you guys think of the Eye of the Sahara? Do you think that this is where Atlantis was? It's a strange land formation. That's true. And I think Plato suggests that Atlantis was destroyed by Neptune or King Neptune or something like that. Like they invoked the gods because they were becoming too advanced, and the gods had wiped away Atlantis, with like tsunamis and things like that. What do you think about that?
It could very possibly be that.
It could very possibly be that. I didn't hear the rest of that. I think you kind of cut out. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you think that the Eye
I
of the
got kicked out of my
Sahara?
seat.
Mommy.
Yeah, so most accounts trace back to Plato, who described a powerful civilization that vanished beneath the sea. But what if Atlantis never sank into the ocean? What if it's hidden in plain sight in the middle of the desert? I don't know about that.
It can very be possible.
I mean, do you believe Atlantis was a real place?
Yeah.
Do you think it could be hiding in Africa this whole time? The last place that we would ever think it would be. Maybe, I'm not sure. So Plato had described Atlantis as a massive circular city with concentric rings of land and water, a highly advanced civilization with grand temples, palaces, and powerful technology, a wealthy empire that eventually fell due to corruption and divine punishment. He said Atlantis was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, believed to be the Strait of Gibraltar. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Do you think Plato's Atlantis was based on a real place, or was it just, allegory?
I think it's based on a real place. I mean, that looks very similar to what you just described.
Right. Yeah, I believe the same. So similarities to Plato's Atlantis. It has concentric rings, just like the city was described. It's the right size, approximately 14 miles wide, and it is located beyond the Pillars of Hercules. So, I mean, geez, we got Atlantis right here. Ancient maps suggest the Sahara wasn't always a desert. It may have been lush and green, supporting an advanced civilization. If it was in the Sahara, like, what do you think happened to it?
It could have got flooded up somehow. What if they said it's that great flood? What if it flooded it and just destroyed everything?
It's definitely possible. Could you imagine living during that time in the most, advanced civilization that there is, and then all of a sudden you're just wiped out by a wave? That would suck.
That's one way to go, I guess.
Man, we ain't got nobody in the chat talking about this. I am curious, man. Like, what are some other people's thoughts? Do you think that the Eye of the Sahara was at one point Atlantis, or do you think that we're just blowing smoke here?
I see the resemblance. I can say that.
If Atlantis had advanced technology, where do you think that knowledge went?
Well, if it just wiped away with a city.
Maybe. What if it was hidden somewhere? What if it's still out there?
Now that would be crazy. I mean, it's possible. Anything is possible.
It is definitely possible. I
I
don't
don't put it past humans to do something crazy like that.
What?
Or gods to hide the technology.
Oh, well, I mean, I
we
think it
do
would.
it.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So why not? Why wouldn't they be able to do it?
A biggie.
Why not? I wish y'all could see my mouse, because this right here is supposedly the canal that went out to the sea. Can you see my mouse? Probably not. Yeah, I can't. That sucks. I can't, like.
Is it in the top left of the corner or the top right?
It's the bottom left. There's like a blue triangle there, and then it kind of comes out towards the bottom left corner. Do you see the white, all these little white spots here?
In the middle?
Well, they're kind of all over, really.
Yeah.
Those are supposedly salt deposits, which would, suggest the ocean, I guess, drying up or whatever the case may be. At least that's what they were talking about in that show. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It is definitely
take a look for ourselves.
You want to walk out to the Sahara Desert and see the Eye of the Sahara. Can you visit the high? Hold on. Is that possible? I'm looking it up. Let's see. Can you visit the Eye of the Sahara, and what would it be like, traveling there? Yes. Yes, you can visit the Eye of the Sahara, and I can't pronounce that place. Mauritania. But it's not an easy journey. This massive, mysterious geological formation, often linked to theories about Atlantis, is located deep in the Sahara Desert, making it one of the most remote and challenging places to get to. I don't know if I'm ready for that, man. It's about 400 miles northeast of this town, which is the capital. Yeah, that's a long way. So here's what this is what the adventure is going to look like. So the closest international airport is in Nouakchott. Oh my gosh. Well, whatever that place is. From there, you need a 4x4 off-road vehicle, a local guide, and plenty of supplies to make the journey into the desert. Let's make this a whole documentary. Let's just film the whole thing. Dustin and Luke's journey to the Eye of the Sahara in search of Atlantis. It says it's highly recommended to travel with a tour operator, as the desert terrain can be dangerous without proper navigation. The drive to Odane takes 10 to 12 hours over mostly unpaved roads and sand dunes. Temperatures can exceed 110 during the day.
Yeah, screw that.
Well, guys, I guess we're not going to Atlantis. Well, why can't we fly in?
Let's parachute.
Oh my gosh, she is not happy. I am not jumping out of an airplane.
I need to find a binky. Let's just parachute in. That'd be the easiest and quickest route.
Okay, yeah, 100%. You go first. Parachute in. This guy. I'm not parachuting in. That's not happening. That ain't happening. I'll fly over. I feel like we could land there. That would be fine. I mean, it's the desert. There's got to be somewhere to land, right? My gosh. 110 degrees. As much as I would like to find Atlantis, I don't know that I would go out there in 110 degree, weather, climate, whatever the case may be. Huh?
This child is going to be the death of me today.
Well, do we want to wrap it up here then? Because we are coming up on more.
Yeah, we can.
All right. Well, thanks for watching with us, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Who knows? Maybe we'll do this regularly if we have time.
I like doing this.
Yeah, this was kind of cool. I enjoyed this. Yeah. If you guys have some topics that you'd like Luke and I to cover, just drop it in the chat or send it in a Facebook message or an email, and yeah, we can go from there. Krista, hey Krista, what's up? Oh, I can show your comment. What's up? That's cool. Thanks for hanging out with us. And what do you think? I'm curious. What do you think about Atlantis being possibly in the Eye of the Sahara, out there in the Sahara Desert? Do you think that's a possibility? Luke's going to take an airplane or a helicopter ride to the Eye of the Sahara, but we're going to watch him jump out of the airplane. We'll see what I do kind of. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I think that it's possible. There's a lot of things that align as far as the things that Plato has explained, in his writings, and then, what we know geographically as far as the history of the land, and the evidence that shows that there was possible, bodies of water there, and it could have supported life. So who knows? Who knows? Luke, let us know when you get there.
I will. I'll let you know after I jump.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. And yeah, if you guys have some topics you'd like us to cover, just shoot us a message and we'll go from there. But until next time,
See ya.
keep exploring the unknown. He said, "See ya, guys."